we've been on a popsicle kick. Well, not me, my 3-year-old. He wants a popsicle for everything. So I got a big pack of sugar-free ones. And to be honest with you, we're in a stage now where he's being a little bit of a bugaboo. Bless his heart, I love him. But sometimes mama needs 3 minutes to process. And so we get a popsicle. Anyways, I got all this meat out of the fridge because I am getting my life back on track and back in order this week after being sick. The past 3 weeks have been such a whirlwind of emotions and events and celebrations. It's been a little crazy. Not only did Ace's football end his very last youth game of the season close to like 3 weeks ago, gonna be getting ready for high school now. And then we had playoffs for the girls volleyball. They won their championship in their division. Which was really exciting. And then we had Tazeo's T-ball party that I had to plan and stuff a piñata. I'm sure you saw some of the reels that I made with him on that. And then as soon as that was over, the very next day, my mom and my sister came into town for like 3 or 4 days, and we just had so much fun. I didn't cook the entire time. So all that busy week, we were like eating fast food, and then my mom came and we went out to sushi and we went out to all these different things and ate. We actually went to a dinner show, which was so fun. I'm gonna post for you guys on Instagram. It was like Tournament of the Kings in Vegas at the Excalibur. We live in Vegas, if you're new. So that was really, really fun. So I spent a lot of money. I didn't cook at all, which is, you know, difficult when you spend a lot of money when you have a large family and you have 6 kids that are like eaters, 3 teenagers. So I'm trying to get back on track. I got all this meat out of the freezer. On top of that, I got sick for like 5-6 days afterwards, and I couldn't cook. So my husband was like ordering Jack in the Box and ordering things. It was like a hot mess. So we are about to get back on track, okay? So I've got 2 of these freezer packed chickens, 3, 6, 9, 10. There's about 20 chicken thighs in here. With this, we are going to make meal prepping. So these need to thaw out for the majority of the day, and then we're gonna get them seasoned in the air fryer, because if you've been following me, you know for my teenage athletes, I meal prep. They have 2 dinners. We have a bunch of salmon, rice, and green beans in the meal prep in the freezer, but they're almost, in the refrigerator, but they're almost done. So I need to do a fresh round with chicken, seasoned potatoes, and Brussels sprouts. They love Brussels sprouts. And then we're gonna make a meat sauce with the frozen meatballs that I have in the freezer that we need to finish up. And then tomorrow night's dinner is going to be sinigang, which is a Filipino soup. We are on a kick, and before it gets really, really warm here, I wanna make sure I make it one more time. Some boneless pork loin that we need to eat up, a very small section. I will cube this and boil this. We also have about 1.5 racks of baby back ribs, which I'm gonna add to the soup as well. Here's my package. I have learned that if I buy double or even triple of the veggies, so I've got some like Asian green beans here and some okra, I can put it in a freezer pack and make a whole new soup like a month later or a couple weeks later, whenever we're craving it. I don't always have to go to the Asian market, because you can pretty much only find these at the Asian market. So the only thing I would need to grab, I guess I'm gonna have to go anyways, taro root, like the white potatoes, the small ones. And then maybe some mustard greens if I feel like it. Everything else I have on hand. I have the packet for the sinigang seasoning. I have onions and like all the other things. So that's all I need to get. I wonder if I can order it. I don't know. Anyways, somewhere amongst there I need to eat. So I got some dumplings from the freezer. We love these from Costco. They're like, are they veggie? I don't even know. Chicken steamed dumplings. And then there's a little packet of seasoning. Okay, so the name of the game today is getting back on track. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So we're gonna get this meat defrosted, and we're gonna get cooking, we're gonna meal prep. Okay.
We have to put the popsicles in here.
Making sure I take care of myself, because I'm gonna take it easy after I start cooking, because I can feel like I'm gonna relapse if I don't take it easy. There is a show that I wanna watch, so we're gonna get this stuff defrosted, we're gonna do some laundry, we're gonna get cooking, and then I'm gonna relax for a couple hours before the kids get home from school. Because as soon as they get home from school, you know the drill. It's sports time. It's homework, it's snacks, it's first dinner, it's sports. I think we only have football today. Yes, we only have football training today, but I did order like a biometrics box jump for my volleyball players, which Ace will use as well. So I'm hoping it comes today, so we'll do our first training session at home because my girls are learning to spike, but they need to get that height. They need some like vertical jumping action going. So I think that will really, really help their game to get that vertical action going. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So that's the major goal of the day. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow, I am gonna be out of the house doing a bunch of errands. I've got Amazon returns. I've got to stop at Ulta because this mama needs a new foundation. Whatever I have is not working, I feel like. So we need to do that. Also, we're gonna go through my shoes tomorrow, which will be a whole nother vlog because I feel like my shoes are dusted, okay? I have quite a few shoes that I don't plan on wearing anymore. They're out of style, they're worn. I just don't feel good in them anymore. So we're gonna assess that situation and probably buy mama a couple new pairs of shoes because I feel like I deserve it and it's been a while and shoes make me happy. So welcome to my vlog. I really wish that I had one of those kitchens where I could put the camera here and I can like cook, you know, but I don't. Anyways, I got a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in here. I'm gonna get some garlic, there's milk so he can take a quick nap. Watching Milky right now?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right, I got it. You're welcome. Anyways, okay, so got these big onions at Sam's Club, I think. I don't know why Sam's Club always has like massive onions, but I love it. I just love the onion flavor. I think if my pork defrosts within the next hour or so, I'm also gonna make sinigang because I'm craving it. And it's okay. I can make 2 meals today and then not have to cook dinner tomorrow, which is pretty smart, I will tell ya. Because it's Friday fun day. I want to do something fun with the kids and I don't have to worry about cooking, so I'm gonna make 2 dinners today. People can eat whatever they want, and then whatever they don't eat, they can eat the next day. So we got spaghetti as an option with some fresh garlic bread that I just got from Costco, and then we're gonna do pork sinigang, which is like a Filipino dish, and it's so good. It's a sour dish. I'd say it's an acquired taste, but I absolutely love it. My husband loves it, my kids love it, my mother-in-law taught me how to make it. I do have my own little like twist, but for the most part, I make it like everyone else. But like I said, I don't have the taro white potatoes today, so it will just be lacking that, and that's okay. Not had that much luck with like fresh garlic lately. The past couple times I bought it, it's been bad. And then the time that I did get it, I let it go bad. So anyways, I like this. Minced garlic, easy peasy. I'm a busy mom, okay? Okay. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it so much. I bought a massive pack of ground beef at Sam's Club Business Center and I packaged it into about like 12 of these. These are like, I don't know, I'd say 2 pounds. 2 pounds. That's the way to go with a big family. I'm telling you, Business Center, Costco is a great place to buy your meats and then just freezer save it. Another really good place is, I don't think they have it everywhere, but Smith's. I know they don't have it in California, but here in Vegas, Nevada, they have a Smith's, and Smith's has great deals on meat. Whenever there's a sale, I will pop in. They usually have really good sales on pork, like huge boneless pork loins for like $12 or $13, like this big. Buy one, get one free. And I use about half of it cubed up in my Filipino soup sinigang. So I always get, I have like 4 of them on hand in the freezer, just what I want to do. Something on the fly. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. It's still a little frozen in the middle, but we'll be fine. Garlic bread later. Wanna help me with the garlic bread? In the salad. Low sodium Prego. I usually don't get this, but it's been in my cabinet for a while and I'd rather use it than lose it. So I'm just gonna use it. So we're gonna do that. To make it stretch a little bit farther, I'm gonna put in just like a can of tomato sauce that I have on hand. I will add more seasonings to it because I feel like the tomato sauce is takes away all the seasoning, kind of, sort of. So let's do that. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. I like to add a little bit of chili flakes to give it a little bit of a kick. This is not a traditional, what's it called? Spaghetti sauce, because we are going to be adding brown sugar to it. I know that sounds absolutely nuts, but I promise it's bomb. Okay, let me turn it down before it pops. We got some oregano, because I like the herby taste, and we're gonna add in a minute a little bit of brown sugar. It just kind of cuts the acidity a little bit because we really like Filipino spaghetti, and it has a little bit of brown sugar in it. I don't know what it is. It just, for some reason, it goes so well. And I'm talking just a little bit, just a pinch, and then we're gonna let this chill on low for a little bit, and we'll see how it tastes. Almost forgot, I need to eat up these meatballs, so we're gonna throw these in. Diet Coke break. I'm gonna sit and try to get the baby to take a nap and do my computer work in the corner with this little cutie pie. I'm going to devour these dumplings really quick because I need to eat. I need to take the next 30 minutes and figure out what I'm gonna do for spring break, because normally we are just a chill type of family. We just chill around the pool, spend time watching movies together, but just this spring break, I feel like we need to do something. Because I've been sick, because we've had so many things going on. This is like a very rare moment in time where we can actually do something as a family. So the two different options that I have are, we either do a staycation and stay at like a local hotel casino that we have here. It has a lot of things for kids, like movie theaters, an ice cream shop, and a burger and fry spot, and a bowling alley, and a cool pool area. And we get a really good discount. I think it's like 35% off for locals, which is an amazing deal. So we either are gonna do that, or I'm gonna bite the bullet and pay a little bit more out of pocket and go to Universal Studios. We've never been there before, and the kids have been wanting to go for quite some time. And I think this is a really good time to go. I don't wanna go when it's extremely hot in the summer, because it just, yeah. I wanna be by the beach during the summer, and we leave about 3.5 hours from like the LA beaches in Southern California. We could do beach trips all day long, but for Universal Studios, it takes a little bit more care and planning and money, okay? So if we do the local thing, you know, we're gonna spend a little bit of money, but it's gonna be way more affordable. If we go the Universal route, the main hurdle that I need to overcome is the Airbnb. We have 2 dogs. We have to bring our dogs. We can't just get 2 hotel rooms, which is uber expensive on its own. So we need to look for an Airbnb. All the Airbnbs in the area that can accommodate us, you know, comfortably without being extravagant, because we don't need all that, are like $2,000 for 4 nights. And no thank you. I don't care how much money I have. That's absolutely a ripoff. Unless I'm in like Hawaii or Cabo and having this lavish vacation with like an all-inclusive resort, I'm not paying that just to sleep, because we're going to be gone all day long. So I'm kind of in a pickle here. I'm trying to figure it out. I was asking my friend who used to live in the Southern California area, like, where would be a good place. So I'm willing, since we're only going to be at Universal for 2 days, I'm willing to drive like 30 to 45 minutes tops to get there to and from on those 2 days alone, because I'd rather spend the money and drive a little bit further. Just 2 days at the park, it's not a big deal to drive there and drive back like 45 minutes. So I'm trying to look into different areas. I'm gonna look in like Glendale and Burbank, and there's another one, starts with R, I forget. Redondo? No. Risotto? I don't know, risotto. One of those. So anyways, I'm gonna take the next 30 minutes, that's the moral of the story, and try to research the 2 different options so that I can bring it to my husband. I asked him, what do you wanna do? And he's like, I don't know, babe, what do you wanna do? I said, okay, I'm gonna research both options, try to get the most affordable for each, then we'll come together after work, and then we'll decide if it's gonna be a go or not, or what we're gonna do. But also in a month, I have a family member celebration of life and a family member baby shower in the Bay Area where we're from that are like 7 or 8 days, you know, from each other. So ideally I would like to like get there right before and leave right after both of those events. And that would require my husband taking a whole week off of work, which I'm not sure if he can do. But we miss our family dearly, and we want to plan a second trip to go to the Bay Area to spend time with them. And that means we're gonna have to get an Airbnb because we're gonna bring the dogs, and that's a 9-hour drive. So I'm definitely wanting to stop somewhere and spend the night in between, because it's a lot, not necessarily for my kids, but it's a lot for the dogs, and it's a lot for me because I don't like long car rides. Anything over 3 hours and I'm like, get me out of here. So we're gonna figure something out. It may end up being a situation where we get an RV. What we did last time is we stopped in like the orchards somewhere, the orange orchards. We stopped at the orange orchards and got like an RV spot there, spent the night, went out to dinner, just stretched and explored the property a little bit, and that worked out well. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time for this. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
Yes, there we go.